king of the fucking beast. The thing that your mama told you, don't go outside, cause you'll get fucked up. I'm what's waiting on you in the dark.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings is your humble host, Big Truck. Shout out to my homegirl, Remnant Princess. We're going to dive into some things. We're going to have a little mini discussion, conversation, and reviews. Modern women are finally starting to realize that they will never get the man of their dreams or the husband that they would want. As long as they continue that mindset, they will have to change their mindset. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet and let's get this work. Let's go.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very deeply.
Realizing they may never find a husband that they truly want. We're going to take a look at why this is happening and how the dating market is changing. And first, we're going to take a look at some studies and stats that have delved into the dating market changing as we see it today.
Morgan Stanley published a report called Rise of the She Economy back in 2019. They projected that 45% of prime working age women, that's ages 25 to 44, would be single by 2030. That's up from 41% in 2018. The reason they cited were straightforward. Women are delaying marriage. Women are delaying childbirth. Women in their 50s and 60s are divorcing at higher rates than before. And more women are simply choosing to stay single. All of that is true, but here's where it gets interesting. Pew Research found that 1 in 4 40-year-olds in America have never been married. That's the highest share on record. The Institute for Family Studies Project studies that 1 in 3 adults today will never marry by age 45.
Now, let me just say, her statistics is right. You may ask, why is that? And we're going to dive deeper into it because there's a reason why the statistics are the way that they are. There's a reason why we see what we see. See, most kind of stray away from having these types of conversations because it hits home. It makes you look at yourself, meaning it makes modern women look at themselves. And we're going to hear the rants. We're going to hear the complaints. But I don't feel sorry for modern women. Because if you trace it back, you chose to follow something, meaning the feminist movement, that you had no business following, that wasn't meant for you.
Not divorced, not widowed.
Here at The Economist, we think it's time to declare a new kind of recession, a relationship recession. We crunched the numbers and there are at least 100 million more single people today than if coupling rates had stayed the same as they were in 2017. And in America, 50% of men and 41% of women aged 25 to 35 are not living with a partner, a share that's doubled in the past 50 years.
The dating market regarding women is definitely having a major shift in society today. As they said, the prime working years of women, estimated by 2030, 45% are going to be single, childless, never married, or never will be married. And we're going to take a look at why are they choosing that.
Y'all really gotta stop accepting the bare minimum. There are people out here who really want to treat you like the queen you are. Stop accepting the bare minimum. Do better, sis.
People will try to gaslight you into accepting the bare minimum when they know that's all they can provide. Don't ever let anybody talk you into compromising who you are.
When I hear modern women speak this way, you understand why the situations are the way that it is. A good woman of good character wouldn't dare say nothing like this. A woman of good character moves differently. Actually, a woman of good character had removed herself from modern feminist conversations, behavior, and antics. But when we hear women speak like this, what else is man supposed to do?
your beliefs, your boundaries, anything, just because they can't step up to your plate.
Something I'm realizing is if a man wanted to, he would. You don't have to ask no man to get you no flowers. He got $7 to go to the store and get you some flowers. You don't have to ask a man to like make time or make plans for you. If he wanted to, he would. Like, we just keep settling, y'all. We gotta stand up.
But yet, when are you going to look at yourself? Stop blaming men. Look at yourself. Why do you keep allowing yourself to be put in certain positions and situations? I guarantee you, a good man that has leaned in with good intentions has stepped to you, but you rejected him. All of these women are the same. Dealt with Pookie and Ray Ray and Larry and them. But when Pookie and Ray Ray and Larry and them do what they do, this is the result. You go on social media, air out your personal laundry, bashing men, looking for sympathy, looking for attention, validation. Instead of having a meeting with yourself, what is it that you're not doing? Do you have unresolved childhood issues? Maybe that can be the reason why you are attracting a certain type of man that you are attracting. And the man that you want to attract, that you do want, doesn't want you, doesn't show up on your radar, doesn't show up on your front doorstep, looks right past you. This is that harsh truth that most don't want to face nor have.
You gotta stand up.
Now we're going to take a look at what are the results when females have this fixed idea of never compromising, never settling, and only going for what they want. What does that actually look like in the dating market? And do they actually get what they want?
That is why women are single.
Why do you keep talking to money when you talk tradition?
Because I'm telling you that that's how I am as a woman. So if I'm with a man, like, I'd rather be at home with the children, taking care of the home.
Can you give me another example?
Okay.
Can you give me another example of tradition that is not based around finance?
That's tradition. The woman role and the man role. The man is the.
This sister's been misguided, misinformed. Sold your soul to the things of this world. This is the prime example of what we talk about. Modern women have sold their soul to the things of this world and made money their God. Because I can guarantee to tell you, in a marriage, it's team effort. In a marriage, we both are pulling weight. See, you want to be taken care of. We get that. A man to do everything. But here's where our modern women have the game messed up. In a relationship, in a marriage, rather, both provide for each other. Both bringing finances to the table. Both are pulling weight. It's a team thing. You see, when you have team effort, it's a win-win for everybody. It's not a wrong. It's a win. But what's happening is modern women feel like they're so entitled. A man is supposed to provide and do everything. They just want to be at home and be at home moms and wonder why it don't work out for them that way. They get frustrated. It has nothing to do with man. You frustrated on your own. You want something that you can't handle, that you never had. Let's continue.
The provider, the woman is the
but it's not always
the one that cares for the home.
But it's not always based around finance. There's some traditional things.
I'm taking care of the children. I'm taking care of the house. That has nothing to do with finance.
So you don't believe that in today's world that you can maintain doing both?
I think that's unfair to the woman
You're already doing it.
Correct. But if I have a man in my life,
so that absolves you of everything.
And that is why women are single, because it's like they rather do it by themselves.
No, the reason why a large number of women are single is because of their mindset. Okay, they lost tradition. They threw tradition out the window because traditional woman took care of the household, Woman took care of the family. Woman cooked. Woman cleaned. Okay? If that woman wanted to, she went out and worked in the community and brought things home. Man went out, went to work, came home, kept family safe. It was a team effort. If you want to talk about tradition, man did his part, did his role. Woman did her part, her role. Both did their part, but their roles was different. There was none of this, I want to be at home mom, take care of me, provide for me. Even when a woman took care of home, she still provided for her household. She still provided for her husband, even though the husband went out and helped provide it for his family. Both provided for each other. Both made sure the house was taken care of. Both did their part. You notice I keep saying both. You notice I keep saying teamwork. Modern women lost sight of that. And here we are today.
Selves, just like a man rather do by himself.
Here is the problem with being a straight woman.
Also, I want to highlight this. That's why a large number of men are either A, going overseas, or B, choosing a woman of another race that understands teamwork, that wants someone to love and to be loved, that's ready to love and know how to love. See, what I just said kind of ruffled some feathers, but sometimes certain feathers need to be ruffled. Not bashing, but we just putting the truth in proper perspective. You ask a question, this is the reason why. Now we're getting down to the root of it. Most don't like it when you get down to the root of something. Once again, it exposed their behavior.
Dating a poor man is a bad idea because based on my past experience in the workplace, poor people are not poor because they are broke. Broke just means you have 25 cents in your wallet. Poor people are poor because they think poorly. Poor people are poor because they're also angry. But when you factor in the lack of money, you factor in men wanting to have sex at some point in the relationship. Without money, how do you eat? Where do you sleep? Who is buying the condoms? See what I'm saying?
Men will be like, oh my gosh, you're so funny, pretty, down to earth. How are you single? I'm single because I'm so fully aware that dynamics like yours exist, sir. You with the...
No, see, a person that would lie to themselves will lie to you. When you really sit down and you ask a person, why are you single? Men, do this for me, men. When you're engaging in a conversation with a woman and the conversation and the topic comes up, why are you single? Look into her eyes, because the eyes going to tell the story. Watch her body language and her facial micros. They're going to tell you reasons why she's single. Okay? Don't always believe what comes out of a person's mouth. Watch their actions. Their actions going to coin the phrase. Every time I have a conversation with a woman and it comes up, this is the same response. I call it copy and paste conversations. What's the real reason? And when you begin to tear down those walls, tear down those layers, and you get down to the real reason, now we can have an adult conversation and come with a solution to change that. But until then, continue to put on a facade. Modern women put on this facade and always find some way to shame men and to blame it on men.
The ring on your finger and your wife and kids waiting for you at home while you are in my face at this restaurant bar waiting on me and my response when you really shouldn't be talking to me at all. I'm not in a rush to be embarrassed. I think that would be the simplest way to put it.
Like you already said, men are intimidated. They're not going to come up. Yeah, so no. Contrary to what you might think, no, I don't get people coming up to me. First of all, I'm not necessarily available out there for you to see and approach. Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily their fault. But when I am, people already have a preconceived notion of who you are, and
they don't know you're a nice girl.
And they're going to see you and judge for themselves based on what they've read, seen, watched, whatever. Nobody knows you.
That's true. But now, what if we flip that? Isn't that what men go through? Isn't that what a large number of men go through? That very exact same thing that she's saying that happens on her end. Okay, I just want to highlight that.
And the truth of the matter is, people are going to approach you already being judgmental. And sometimes they don't even approach you, they're just judgmental. And that's it. So I don't have those complications. I don't have those disturbances.
If I do all these things for myself, why would I take any less? Let's be honest here. Like, if I can take myself on a nice date, why would I take any less? If I can travel with my kids and do it, why would I take any less? Like, it goes back to like, what can you do for yourself? You're not going to take anything less than that.
It also goes back to what can we do for each other in a relationship and our marriage? Okay, I guess that just went over many people's head. What can we do for each other? Now, Brittany, she's a character. I'm going to tell you why in the end.
Today, somebody asked me, Brittany, why are you single? I said, first off, half the men is sitting on podcasts arguing about why a woman should go 50-50, talking about what do a woman bring to the table. And the other half at the club, 50 niggas to a section with one bottle, all with their phones doing selfies and shit. Then the other ones want princess treatment. They want me to cash up them for their hair and their nails. So I don't know what to tell you. All these niggas.
Well, I know what to tell you. That's the same thing that women do. A large number of women do. That ain't no fun when there's a rabbit holding a gun, huh? When it's the other way around. But it's funny to me. It's strange how Brittany can make these types of videos, but when I go on her page, all of her videos of her cooking, doing nice, elegant things, think about it. You have individuals that will say things and do things and go on rants and yada, yada, yada for attention. They pander to a certain type of people. All right? Let me highlight that. Everything she just said is damn near the same thing that women do. But again, now, when the role is reversed, they don't like it when it's being done to them. But it's okay when they do it.
Niggas is bitches.
But one question is, why are you single? You're such a pretty girl. You have your head on. Why are you single? And to be honest, the answer to that question is very simple. I am single by choice, genuinely. I choose to be single.
How the fuck are you single by choice? Either A, you was in a relationship and he fucked up. You was in a relationship. You fucked up. Somehow, some way, someone fucked up. All this single by choice. I'm practicing self-love, self-care. Get the fuck out of here. When are you going to be honest with yourself? Before you can be honest with someone else, you have to be willing to look at yourself. And this is what we're seeing. And you wonder why men have stepped back. Men don't approach you because there's something wrong with you. You have a spirit on you. Men ain't stupid. Men are not dumb. Some men can be slow, a little bit. But we're going to call it how we call it. When are you, modern women, are going to sit back and look at yourself? Because all we're hearing is the same woman saying the same damn thing, shaming men. It's men's fault. Men are wrong for this. Men are wrong for that. The same shit you have then to say about men is the same shit and the same behavior y'all asses do your damn self.
Because I refuse to accept less than I deserve. I refuse to accept inconsistency, lies, manipulation. Someone who cannot provide for me, and emphasis on provide, because it's not just about providing financially, because it goes deeper than money. It's a man who provides, that emotional support, who is there for you through thick and thin. A love where we just make each other better. Like that's the type of love I want for myself. So
that's true. Now, what are you going to do for your man. We don't hear that part. We never hear about things the woman would love to do for her man. We always hear what you want the man to do for you, what the man has to do for you. He needs to do this for you. He has to do that for you. He needs to say this to you. He needs to say that to you. Never once hear about things you would love to do for your man. These are places I would like to go and take my man. These are events in restaurants that I would love to take my man. I want to love on my man. I want to be romantic for my man. I want to be my man's peace. If my man lost his job today, I will be there as a supporting wife to love him and get him through and pray we're going to make it through together. These are things men need to hear. All we just keep hearing is the same old thing. Sometimes you get men are tired of that same dog food playing in your old tape deck. Men are tired of taking out the same trash from the same trash can. When are you modern women going to do something different? This is the reason why y'all single. Because you have nothing to offer a man when it comes to a relationship and or marriage, but yet you run your mouth about what you want a man to do for you. You have this long list of what a man needs to do that's on this list. But not once can you tell me right out the gate, these are things I love to do for my man. But that's fine. Granted, men gonna give that to you. Now, at least you let men know who not to take serious, who not to approach, who not to date, who not to sleep with, who not to open up the door for, who not to do nice things for. See, because sometimes it's kind of tricky. But at least you make Jobs' man to give you that stiff arm quicker. Some things should be a blessing in disguise. So thank you for the rejection, ladies. Thank you. Because now you exposed yourself, which opened up the doors for another woman that can handle it, that's ready, that doesn't mind right off the rip. These are things I love to do for my man. These are things I love to do for my husband. And not only she says it, but she shows it, which leaves modern women in the dark and alone with their rose and their dildo and their dog and their cat and their bird and their rats.
So for me, I'm not just going to be in a relationship to say I have a man. I'm not going to do that because my person is going to be a true representation of who I am as a young woman in today's society. I know I'm going to be a millionaire. I know I'm going to be very successful. So I'm not just going to be with a man who has no self-control, who out there running this woman, that woman. I'm not going to do that because I know when you're with me, you don't have to worry about these.
I just had a complete meltdown because my heart is tired. And this next season, I just want to break. My heart just need a break because I am tired of giving unconditional love to conditional people. I am tired of being liked and not chosen. I am tired of being seen, heard, but never truly valued. Y'all, I am tired.
Girl, I understand how tired you are. Damn, I understand. You know what? Now you understand how men feel. Men are tired. The very thing that's coming out of your mouth, men experience it too. So now you know how it feels. So maybe you can take these notes and get this teaching and change your mindset. Be careful of how you treat people. Now you know how men feel. Let's continue.
I am tired of being the strong person. I am tired of being the person who understands. I am tired of being the person who takes the higher road. I am tired.
I'm tired of hearing you complain. No, damn well you ain't even crying with them crocodile tears. Man up. Pull up your thong and your G-string. Pick your head up. Relationships, you're going to have your up and down. Dating, you're going to have your up and down. Not everybody going to like you. Period. Men go through it too. It's okay. But now you are beginning to understand how a man feels. Sometimes you got to put yourself in each other's shoes in order to really get it so you can fully understand. And hopefully it teaches you how to move differently. Approach a man, smile, say hello. It ain't gonna hurt you. Take a man out for a cup of coffee that you're interested in, that you are attracted to. Watch what I tell you. Sometimes you have to, modern ladies, sometimes you have to make an effort. If you're not gonna make an effort, that's fine. You ain't got to. But I guarantee you, there's another woman out there that will make an effort and will show you how it's done. Because that's where those men are going, whether they have a passport or they don't have a passport. Because I know some are unable to get passports, but guess what? You can go to other states. If your own respective state is not serving you and there's a dating challenge or dating issues, well, meet someone in another state. Duh. Sometimes change can do wonders. Let's continue.
Of giving, and never getting it back. I am tired. I'm human, and I know this is my flesh talking because I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. And I told y'all this faith walk is not easy. This faith walk is not easy. And I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful because I know I have a beautiful life. I know I'm blessed.
Then if you're blessed, then you would have a man. You would have somebody, but you don't. Because I can look right into you and I can tell you suffer from daddy issues. There's some childhood trauma there. But you're not the only woman. There's a large number. And they wonder why. When it comes to their social life and their dating life, the things of their past show up. Either A, they will self-sabotage. B, take advice from the wrong people. Or C, it shows up. And they don't know how to deal with it. And the very thing that is familiar to them is to run instead of face. I bet. I'm going to let Remnant Princess speak a little more and we gone.
Oh, I'm tired.
Take us home, Queen.
It is interesting to see how the Morgan Stanley study that was done in 2018 slowly coming to life even after 2026, and how the consistencies of females' attitude and mindset is actually slowly going to leave them in the exact prediction that was made. The term she economy is the significant and growing economic power of women as consumers, employees, and entrepreneurs. It highlights the unique economic phenomena and market opportunities that have emerged due to women increasing social and financial status. In other words, it's women now working, it's women now climbing the financial ladder, it's women now buying houses, buying cars, and owning more businesses. Overall, it's about women making money and how they spend their money. What this she economy reveals to me, outside of the fact that this is their primal years in the working field, they sacrifice those primal years over actually finding a fulfilling marriage or being a wife that can get what they are seeking for. See, females ultimately thought, well, I can sacrifice parts of my time, then invest other.
And what happens is they've been told, get your education. They've been told, get your degrees. They've been told all these other things. Get your bag up. They've been told all these things. And before they know it, they've allowed time to pass them by. And when you have individuals that really want a family, really want marriage, and they are real team players, they put themselves out there. There's a balance in their life. You can still get all those things, but have a balance. You see? But it is what it is. And this is the downfall. Sisterhood, the downfall. Modern feminist women, downfall. In 2026, a large number of women are going to fall.
Time in being in a marriage. But that's not how the dating market actually is driven when it comes to finding the person who holds the keys to marriage. Females thought that if they can esteem themselves and become valuable in the working field, they'll still be as valuable in the marriage. But what you have ultimately done is change your biological factor, and you're no longer aligned with your biological time to actually fit the criteria of being a wife. This is where it's no longer a choice. It's just a reality that you're forced to have to accept.